Hello, my fellow agents, and welcome to my very first build video. Thank you for watching. Always appreciative. So, this is a CC build, which is for crowd control. Have you ever had a lot of NPCs come at you and you don't know what to do? You are running, you are hiding, you are trying to not die. Well, this is the build for you. So, we have the pestilence. Everybody already knows what the pestilence is, so I'll go over it anyway. Hit supply debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, 100% of the stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. So this is your first damage over time, which is a dot. Your secondary weapon, you can put just about anything that you want to onto it. I put test subject on there for the 20% weapon damage. For 5 seconds, damage increases are doubled when both buffs are active at the same time. So if you have a damage skill, which I will go over here shortly, you can have 20% extra weapon damage for the next 5 seconds. Your face mask, you put the vial on there, and just about everybody knows about that. You have a nice little red icon, which is another dot. Status effects also apply damage over time debuff. For 10 seconds, total damage dealt is equal to 50% of your concussive damage grenade and increased by your status effects attributes, which means for every single yellow core, you're going to get more damage. This is the cherished, which is Hasberg totally and completely. I put on there because it has 25% status effects. Now, the headshot damage and the marksman rifle damage, it's okay if you really want to go ahead and to break out a marksman rifle as your secondary weapon, so that'll help. But I put it on there as for the status effects. And the cherished has perfect trauma on it. Applies a blind to an enemy hit in the head. Cooldown of 20 seconds. Applies bleed to an enemy hit in the chest. Cooldown of another 20 seconds. So, if you hit the NPC in the face, everybody's going to be blind. So you can have your extra DPS, even your healer, hit the NPCs if they want to. For the holster, same thing. You have your Hasberg, which is 25% status effects again, which is a yellow core. You can make Hasberg Guard, which comes with a blue core natively. If you can get 2 yellow subcores, you can change this to the skill tier for your yellow core. Then you have the Courier, which does another same thing. It's the Hasberg. If you can get skill damage or skill haste or anything 2 yellow subcores, you're perfectly fine, and you can change it to another yellow core. This has perfect creeping death, which when you apply a status effect, it is also applied to all enemies within 10 meters of your target. So, when you are in a closed area, it is absolutely mind-numbingly nuts. Now, your knee pads and your gloves, you can really put anything that you want to on there. It is highly adaptable. The 4 set for your vial and your Hasberg is about a must. But for the gloves, I put Murakami, which is 15% still duration, comes with a 2 yellow substat cores, and then your +1 skill tier. I put skill damage and status effects. And then you have the grease, which is the shiny monkey hidden dragon. 15% skill duration again. So you have 30% skill duration on top of whatever skill duration it is that you have currently on the 2 skills that you're going to be using. You have 16% status effects and 10% skill damage. The skills. The trap. That is another status effect, and that actually damages anything as well as dogs and drones. It stops them. It stops them cold. So, apply shock status effect on the affected target. I have +6 because I have 6 cores, which is +10 traps, 60% shock radius, and 60% shock duration. So now you have 90% shock duration. Rather insane. And then for your last skill, you can really put anything on there that you want to. You can put a pulse, which has a banshee pulse. You can even put a firefly on there, seeker mines or a drone, or even a turret. Now, if you go with the hive, that bleed status effect will override. I've tested this out, and it does override because this is a primary skill. So I would watch on that. The chem launcher is perfect in this situation. You have the fire starter, or you can go with your foam, or even go with an oxidizer. And it's absolutely positively wonderful. Sets fire to the targets, burn duration and burn damage, which is 60%. As well as your specialization. Since you now have 6 cores for your skill damage, you have, or at least I have, the flamethrower, which goes ahead and sets them on fire. It's absolutely wonderful. So that's another status effect. This is a pure up status effect build, and you can always think of it as I'm going to crash Division 2 with all the status effects that I am going to put on the NPCs. So that is the build that I have got showcased for you for today. I also have another build that I would like to show you. This is not my build. This is Praetorian 117's build. He's a great guy. Go follow him. He is on Twitch. So, you have your Pestilence. Again, your secondary weapon is the same thing. You can put anything that you want to onto it. We had the Coyote's Mask, which everybody knows about. 25% crit hit damage, 15 to 25 meters, 10% crit hit damage, and 10% critical hit chance. And 25 plus meters is 25% critical hit chance. And that helps you and your group if you want to go ahead and to have that in a group. This is centered around the Virtuoso set, which does weapon handling, magazine size, and weapon damage. This is a long bit of text, but just about everybody knows about it. You can go ahead and to read it. I put the chest, the gloves, the knee pads, and the holster on it. All red cores, except for the last backpack. You can put just about anything for the backpack, but this actually helps you out with Liquid Engineer, which goes 1% armor regen, comes with armor natively onto it. You can roll anything else that you want to off of this. You can have armor regen, or you can even have a little bit of skill damage. You can have skill haste. You can have anything that you want to onto it. I put it at critical hit chance and then critical hit damage. But this right there does real good. Perfect Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds a stack of 12% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10. So you will have a lot of bonus armor with this. And bonus armor in a red build is pretty good. So there are the stats for it. You have your 52% critical hit chance and 79.9% critical hit damage. This is a pretty good build when you're wanting to be up close and personal and literally take it to the enemy. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I appreciate you. If you want to go ahead and like and subscribe, that'd be great and wonderful. And as always, take care, and I'll try to go ahead and catch you next time. Thank you.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.